was just absolutely stunned by the previous speaker that called herself a laggard. I mean, really, we all know they're making uninformed, generalist, negative comment, and that's to be expected from the opposition benches who had their chance under 9 long years of Labour and they blew it.
Point of order. Point of order. Honourable Trevor Mello.
Thank you. Mr Speaker, I think there's been something gone wrong in the rebalancing of the sound system. It's gone from not working properly to being deafening. Is there any chance that we could get it adjusted so it's not quite as loud and, and screechy?
I rule that point of order out of order. Sandra
Thank
Gowdy.
you, Mr Speaker, and I'm not surprised, trifling as they say, but it's probably because the member's only just decided to sit up and listen. Look, he's having fun now, because the point of fact is that under 9 long years of Labour, they blew it. They absolutely blew it. And do you think they can manage money? I ask you, to all of those people that want to think about...
Order. Member mustn't use the word you.
My apologies, Mr Speaker. To all of those people listening, they might like to think about who they would choose to manage their household budget. Now, would you choose... Would they
point
choose...
of order. Trevor Mello.
Mr Speaker, I haven't got exactly the Speaker's ruling to hand or the standing order, but I'm sure you're aware that members must address you and not listeners to the radio or the television. Well, it's a long-standing ruling. It used to be observed and ruled on relatively regularly in earlier times. I know that standards are meant to be lifting again, and I think it would be good if this member was reminded that she is addressing the House and not the world.
I think that the point is a valid one, but the member only has about 3 or 4 minutes left, and I would like to hear her contribution. So
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and who knows whether the world is listening or not. I'm sure it is too. So if I go back to, people should ask themselves that if they had to choose someone to manage their household budget, I wonder who they would pick. Would they pick John Key and anyone from National, or would they pick Phil Goff and anyone from Labour? And I have to say that hands down it continues to be John Key and National. And this is a great budget. You only have to read all of the feedback and the comments from all of the commentators that are held in high esteem and that actually understand figures. Because, you see, the opposition doesn't understand money. As I often say, in this House, the opposition could not manage a piggy bank. And this is why National are in government today, and this is why this is such a great budget. We had to drag this budget out of a black hole created by the opposition after 9 long years of Labour and under the disgraceful leadership of Helen Clark and Michael Cullen, who left this country in debt and so abused that those hard-earned taxpayer dollars. It was an absolute disgrace, and that is their legacy, one of disgrace and abuse of those taxpayer dollars. I have to say, John Key is the greatest leader in New Zealand's history. And working in tandem with Bill English, they are a formidable pair.
Point of order. Honourable Darren Hughes.
Speaker, I regret to interrupt Chris Finlayson's political strategist, but this member said the same thing about Don Brash and Bill English, and I'm confused about which one she thinks is the greatest leader.
That is not a point of order.
They just can't stand hearing it because John Key and Bill English are...
Point of order, Honourable Trevor Mello.
Mr Speaker, again, the member has been here. I don't think she's one of the new ones. She's been here for a term and a bit, and she should know by this stage that it is inappropriate to refer to rulings which you have made as she just did.
The member is correct. No member should refer to a point of order. Sandra Gowdy.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The reality is that John Key and Bill English are a formidable pair, and the opposition can't stand it. And John Key and Bill English are supported by a lineup of the best ministers and best members of Parliament that this government has ever seen. And they can eat their heart out. They just wish they had this pool of talent and the coalition partners who are working so well together with National. This is something that Labour, the opposition, have never been able to achieve, and they can only sit there and wish they were in this position, and they once were. And what did they do with it? They blew it. This is the best budget ever, and this budget is a testament to the excellence and capability of this government. And that's roundly endorsed. You only have to look at...
I'm sorry to interrupt the member, but the time for this debate has expired. It's now an opportunity for the Minister of Finance